Let's have a prayer by Honorable Mike Sebalu.
We request that we get ready for the prayer. The grace, please, for our chairman of the NRM party, for all leaders of NRM party, for all the delegates here assembled, for all our supporters across the country, and for this, our last day of the delegates conference, we do thank you, Lord. And all of us say, Amen.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mike Sebalu. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the National Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, our distinguished leaders in government, distinguished leaders in our party, our visiting delegations, the members of the National Conference, ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome once again to the closing day of the first meeting of the 4th National Conference of the National Resistance Movement. We want to thank you so much for the whole of yesterday that we had. But in a special way, dear delegates, allow me to thank our national chairman for his stamina, for his resilience, for his revolutionary zeal and commitment to the development of our party and our country. He was here at 11 a.m. in the morning. He spent the day with us. He spent the whole night with us, and he left at 4:15 a.m. in the morning. Your Excellency, that's an inspiration to all of us. That's an example and the guidance that we must, of necessity, emulate from you. So today's agenda, sir, is a brief one. We are going to humbly request you to call the meeting to order. To call the meeting to order, and then the Secretary General will be coming to welcome you and to lead us in this next session.
Hello, hello, hello. You can hear me? You can hear me? Hello. Kopango. Iliyo mabel. Mulimutia. I call the meeting to order, and I ask the Secretary General to present his comments.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We are now receiving the Secretary General of the NRM, the Right Honorable Richard Todwong Awan. We continue to thank him and the entire organizing committee for leading us to ensure that we have had a very, very successful national conference, right from the Central Executive Committee to the National Executive Council and to the SIG conferences, and indeed to this national conference. Right Honorable Todwong, we want to thank you so much for your commitment, for the energy, for the way that you have led us as a team. We have worked together under your leadership, and we shall continue to do so. Thank you so much.
NRM oye! DJ, can you organize the sound properly? Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, the Vice President, members of the Central Executive Committee of the party, ministers who are here, members of Parliament, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. we welcome you to the last day of our conference. It's been a long week, and I know many of you are asking to go back home. We want to keep this brief so that by 3 o'clock we close the conference officially. But allow me to thank all of you individually and collectively for keeping around and keeping strong up to this time. Your Excellency, from the time we started internal party activities, we have moved through registration process and the update of the register of the party. We went through elections of the party structures. We went through primaries. We expressed interest for members of parliament and the various leadership of the party. We went for SEC meeting. We went for NEC meeting. We came for the conference. We held a special interest group conference. And today, we are closing that first part of the journey. We shall communicate the other programs before you leave today. Your Excellency, with your permission, yesterday I introduced our visitors, and I feel it is important that as a party, we give them chance to say a few statements of solidarity with the National Resistance Movement Party. Our dear guests, I'll be reading the names of your party one by one, and you come with your delegation to greet the members of NRM, with the permission of our national chairman. I will start with the African National Congress, ANC, which is headed by the Deputy Secretary General. May I invite the Right Honorable Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, together with all the delegation from the African National Congress Party of South Africa, to come and greet the National Resistance Movement members. NRM oye! But allow me ask you members, as the Secretary General comes, to in a special way clap your hands in thanking the national chairman of the party. Many of you by last night, midnight, you were already sleeping. But the national chairman kept guarding the party up to 5 in the morning, this morning. He left this ground at 5 in the morning. We thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We love you. We thank you for putting all that the party should be firm and organized. Thank you so much. The powerful team coming is the team from African National Congress of South Africa. We work very closely with them. We compare notes. We share a lot in common. We learn from them, they learn from us. We want to deepen this relationship and to move it to another level. Madam Secretary General, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much, Comrade Secretary General. It is with deep humility and great honor that I stand before you today at the invitation of the National Resistance Movement under the stewardship of your national chairperson and the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Comrade President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and you, Secretary General, Comrade the Right Honorable Richard Todong. We bring here revolutionary greetings from the African National Congress, its leadership led by President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, members and the people of South Africa. We gather not just as comrades of different nations, but as sisters and brothers bound by a shared history of struggle, of sacrifice and solidarity. The ANC holds with profound reverence the role that Uganda played during the dark days of apartheid in South Africa. It was here on Ugandan soil that the armed wing of the African National Congress, Umkhonto weSizwe, found sanctuary, received training, and was strengthened to carry forward the struggle for liberation of our people. For this, as the ANC and the people of South Africa, we remain forever indebted to you, the people and the leadership of Uganda. Our two movements, the ANC and the NRM, are more than political organizations. We are torchbearers of Africa's liberation traditions, repositories of sacrifice and resilience, and custodians of aspirations of our people. Our bond is anchored in the shared values of Pan-Africanism, self-determination, and the unyielding belief that the destiny of Africa must be shaped by Africans themselves. Today we celebrate the achievements of the NRM in consolidating your independence, your stability, as well as development in Uganda. We equally reaffirm that the ANC stands shoulder to shoulder with you in advancing the broader struggle for Africa's renewal. Comrade National Chairman, Comrade Museveni, your steadfastness in protecting the sovereignty of Uganda resonates with our own commitment, but it is also a lesson to us to defend South Africa's freedom and democracy against the threats of neocolonialism and imperialism through what we now know as a regime change agenda. Comrades, our gathering here today affirms the timeless truth that African unity is not a luxury but a necessity. The challenges we face, Comrade National Chairman, as you presented your political overview yesterday, and as you were listening, to us it was like you were presenting the challenges of South Africans and giving us hope through what the NRM is doing, that there is a lesson to take back home and regain the lost ground as the African National Congress. The vision articulated in the African Union's Agenda 2063 provides what is to be done for Africa to prosper and for the Africa we want, an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful continent. It is a vision that both the ANC and the NRM must embrace and together champion with our fellow brothers and sisters from all liberation movements in support and in solidarity with humanity throughout the world. We have to remain vigilant against persistent spectre of neocolonialism. We have also learned out of this conference how internal electoral democracy can be better managed. But we are also learning from many others and from our own setback, electoral interference, economic domination, cultural subjugation that dilutes the spirit of revolutionary morality as well as the determination for the full emancipation of a nation and the continent. We are here today, comrades, reminded that liberation is not an event but a continuous process. Political independence must translate into economic freedom, social justice, and human dignity. We must all learn that our people don't only judge us by our history and not only by the victories of the past, but by the progress we deliver today. And we are here to say, congratulations, NRM, a lesson learned and a lot to be learned And working together, we can make Africa the Africa we want. As two historic liberation movements, and many of our fellow brothers and sisters who are here with us today, we have a duty to strengthen the ties of our party-to-party relations beyond government. The party must be the center, government must be the site for implementation of our vision. We leave, Comrade National Chairman, delegates of the NRM conference in a world where there is shifting global power relations. We need as Africans not to be a passive spectator in these dynamics. We have to unite. We have to be like Museveni, like Tambo, like Nyerere, and work together and demand a fairer and a much more just world order, not because we are recipients, but because we feed the world and we can make the world to be a better place as united Africans. We salute the NRM and its leadership for remaining true to the ideals of the African struggle. Let us march together as partners in the struggle. Let us not leave young people and women behind. Let us make them to become the beneficiaries of our historical past, but leaders and champions of tomorrow, learning from those who came before them. On behalf of the ANC, we once again extend heartfelt appreciation to the leadership and membership of the NRM, to the people of Uganda, and to you, His Excellency, Comrade President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for your continued friendship, solidarity, and partnership. May our bond grow stronger. May our struggles be more united, and may your victory give us hope that a better Africa is in the making. Long live the national resistance movement. Long live the African National Congress. Long live international solidarity. Long live the people of Uganda. Amandla!
Wow. NRM oye! Can we give a big round of applause to ANC? Asante sana! Thank you. As we prepare to receive RPF, I request the Secretary General of RPF with the delegation from Rwanda to come and make their solidarity comments and speech. But to you, the NRM members, you need to know that these African revolutionary parties share very common similarities with NRM because we all speak about destiny of Africa, decolonization, and fighting neoliberal tendencies. We share similarities in challenges, and we face similar indicators of neoliberal forces. That's why we are coming together as revolutionary parties under the stewardship of our mentors, our founding fathers, to guide the young generation of the revolutions, to be sure that we need to keep our revolutions properly guarded from external forces. Comrade Secretary General of RPF, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Comrade Secretary General, to invite us to this stage. Your Excellency, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Chairperson of the National Resistance Movement, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Secretary General, distinguished members of NRM, fellow leaders, comrades, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good morning. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to stand before you today, representing the Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF Inkotanyi, to address this distinguished gathering of the National Resistance Movement. On behalf of His Excellency, President Paul Kagame, Chairman of the RPF and President of the Republic of Rwanda, and on behalf of the entire RPF family, I extend warm and fraternal greetings to you. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the bond between the RPF and the NRM is not merely political. It is historical, it is ideological, and it has been deeply rooted in our shared vision for the dignity, sovereignty, and emancipation of our respective peoples. It is a well-rooted in our shared pro-people-centeredness approach to national governance. We are brothers and sisters in struggle. We have been forged in the fires of resistance against oppression and united by a commitment to self-reliance, Pan-Africanism, and transformational leadership. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the legacy of NRM as a liberation movement has evolved into a legacy of innovation, of resilience, and of sustained economic empowerment. This again, Your Excellency, was a shared call of our time to build our nations that are sovereign, not only in politics, but also in thoughts, ideology, and technology and economy. The NRM is therefore more than a political organization. It is a liberation movement that transformed into an incredible nation-building force. To this, allow me, Mr. President, to congratulate you on your visionary leadership and people-centered governance in shaping a prosperous future for Uganda. Excellency Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to our shared Pan-Africanism ideology, we share a common critical understanding that regional integration is not a choice. It is a necessity. Allow me to reiterate our support to NRM and Uganda's spirit to champion African solutions to African problems through homegrown policies embedded in your national values and aspiration. To this, I wish also to reiterate RPF commitment to strengthen the East African community as a platform for economic growth, security, cooperation, and indeed people-to-people exchanges. Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, as I conclude, allow me to mention that RPF Inkotanyi remains steadfast in its solidarity with NRM. As you gather to chart the next phase of NRM journey, we wish to stand with you and we wish you a successful presidential campaign as you renew your commitment in advancing Uganda's development and sovereignty. the Rwandan Patriotic Front is ready to work with you this next chapter as we both continue to work on building a just, prosperous, and peaceful Africa. Let me end with these words that are often echoed in our movement. We didn't come this far to only come this far. There is still much to do. Let us continue the journey with courage, unity, and vision. Your Excellency, sir, let me conclude here and wish long live to the NRM. Long live to the RPF Ingotanyi. Long live to Pan-African unity. I thank you very much.
May we give a befitting round of applause to RPF. Asante sana. Thank you, Comrade Secretary General of RPF. Next, we have UDA of Kenya, United Democratic Alliance of Kenya. It's the party of Comrade President Ruto. It's a party full of very strong people, very focused leaders. Your Excellency, as the Secretary General of UDA comes, I may wish to request that I remind you, when we were student leaders and you mobilized us, I was together with the Comrade Hassan, who is now the Secretary General of UDA. By that time, there was tension between the Arabs and Africans. We were very active student leaders, and we thought we could mobilize the youth of East Africa to divert the source of to divert the Nile from flowing to Sudan. That was when you wrote a letter and asked that we should get a book written by a lady called Alima Bashir from Darfur. She wrote about the plight of the people of Africa in Sudan. I need to invite and introduce my comrade, Senator Omar Hassan, to come and give his solidarity remarks.
Nrm hoye! Nrm hoye! President Museveni hoye! President Museveni hoye! Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, President of the Republic of Uganda, and the Commander-in-Chief of the UPDF, who is the father and the beacon of this region, one of Africa's most progressive ideologue and of our time, and undeniably one of the greatest sons of Africa. The Vice Chairman, Secretary General, distinguished members of the NRM Central Executive Committee, honorable delegates, all cadres of the NRM, fellow comrade secretary generals of political parties represented here, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Because I am Kenyan and East African, I will remind you all that we recently hosted Chan jointly. When Kenya lost in the quarterfinals, all Kenyans were rallying behind Uganda. But I know one day we shall not have a Kenya team. One day we will not have a Uganda team. One day we will not have a Tanzanian team. We will have an East African team by the vision of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I am deeply honored to address this important congregation, the NRM Delegates Conference of the Revolutionary Party, which has laid the unbending foundation of the modern Ugandan nation state. At this juncture, Let me take this opportunity, Mr. President, on behalf of the United Democratic Alliance, and in particular, on behalf of our party leader, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to convey his fraternal greetings of peace, unity, progressive partnership, and equally congratulate you on his behalf on your election as chairman of Nrm and on your nomination as the party's presidential candidate in the next year's general election in February. You know, I'm also an alumna of Nali. Tunasema hongera sana. Ongeza tena. Your Excellency, General Museveni, allow me to make special mention and extend my sincere gratitude to my long-term friend, as he has referred me to, my brother, the Secretary General, who on your behalf invited us to this robust gathering. About 3 decades ago, powered by a youthful quest for Africa's transformation, destiny summoned us to progressive struggle. Richard Todwong, then Speaker of the Makerere University Students Guild, and I doubling up as the chairman of the Moi University Students Organization and the Kenya National Students Union, KENASU. With comrades from the South, we aspired and toiled for a prosperous Africa. Our paths, dear comrade, have once again crossed. Richard Todwong as Secretary General of the NRM and I as Secretary General of the United Democratic Alliance. It is with the same conviction, Your Excellency, that I believe all of Africa's path will cross once again and sweep away the artificial borders of colonial division that separate us. Here in the East, there will be no Ugandans, Kenyans, Tanzanians, Rwandans, Burundians, South Sudanese or Congolese or Somalis, but just East Africans in pursuit of a common destiny and shared prosperity. And as President Museveni said, strategic security. If you face your bombs against us, we defend our people. The NRM has metamorphosed over time into one of Africa's liberation movement that is more stable, visionary, and ideologically grounded. I therefore salute the transformative leadership of His Excellency General Yoweri Museveni, who has over the decades steered NRM and Uganda through challenging tides and with clarity of purpose and Pan-African commitment, thus making Uganda a beacon of political stability, economic resilience, and ideological consistency. We salute you, Your Excellency. The NRM has stayed true to its founding principles of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. These principles have not only transformed Uganda's internal governance, but has also made NRM a pillar of regional diplomacy, conflict resolution, continental thought leadership, and the citadel of Pan-Africanism and Pan-African struggle. The United Democratic Alliance, though a younger party, finds deep ideological convergence with the NRM. In fact, my party leader, His Excellency President William Ruto, has deep love and profound affection for Honorable Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as a beacon where we can all learn from. Both parties believe that economic empowerment of the common citizens is not a slogan, but a duty. UDA's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, BETTER, shares the same spirit of NRM's pro-people, grassroots-centered and based model of wealth creation. UDA and NRM share a firm belief in sovereignty and Pan-Africanism. We resist foreign ideological manipulation to promote African solutions for African problems. We must have the African Union play a pivotal role in resolving all of Africa's challenges. This spirit, exemplified by the East African Community's revival and the vision of an integrated Africa, is a principle that binds us, both the NRM, the UDA, and all the parties that wish to liberate Africa. As we gather here in Kampala, we are not just celebrating the strength of the NRM, we are reaffirming the shared dreams of our people, the ideological unity of our movements, and the duty we owe to our next generation. In the words of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, unity will not make us rich, but it will make it difficult for Africa to be disregarded and humiliated. Let us rise together as the vanguard of self-reliant, free-thinking, and economically empowered Africa. Your Excellency, the UDA party wishes you and the NRM victory in next year's general elections. I am sure you will win it, and shares in your aspirations as you leap into a middle-income economy, and say also as we leap into an East African Federation in the years to come, so that before we all part, we have been able to realize that dream. Long live NRM! Long live NRM! Long live President Museveni! Long live the partnership of NRM and UDA! Long live East Africa! Long live Africa! Thank you all for God, our continent, and my country. Thank you very much. I am here with a number of officials from the UDA. We have the Executive Director, Mr. Nicodemus Bore. We have a member of the Elections Board. When I tell you we must cancel the borders that divide us as a nation or as nations, Farah Etiang is a Teso from Kenya who is a member of the Elections Board of the UDA party. We also have the Special Advisor in the Office of the Secretary General, Sebastian Mwangangi. And I have given the protocol of the NRM gifts for some of our comrades here today, to the National Chairman and Mama Janet Museveni, to the NRM Secretary General, to the Honorable Diana who picked me up from the airport, Minister of State in the Vice Presidency, to fellow colleagues, Secretary Generals of the ANC, RPF, the South Sudan SPLM, and the CNDD-FDD from Burundi, and definitely Major Wich, so that they can also continue to have paraphernalia of the UDA party so that we remember each other. NRM oye! NRM oye! Uganda oye! East Africa oye! Africa oye! God bless you.
Thank you, Comrade Senator Hassan. Thank you, UDA. Send our greetings and love to His Excellency President Ruto. May we give him a better round of applause. Asante sana. Thank you. Next, we have Burundi. Burundi is another country and the party that we work with closely. We thank them so much for coming. We are in solidarity with all of them. And indeed, we keep learning from each other. As they come, we revolutionary parties in Africa, we need to keep being conscious about our environment, about what our population consumes in terms of news, in terms of food, in terms of medicine, in terms of all sorts of ideological diversion. The challenge ahead is heavy. We need to preserve our revolutions. We need to preserve our population, because the war we are in is a long-term strategic war that the African revolutionary parties should stand tall and firm against. Madam, you're most welcome.
NRM oye! Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Uganda na mwenyekiti wa chama tawala NRM, Mheshimiwa Katibu Mkuu wa chama tawala NRM, waheshimiwa Waganda mlioko mahali hapa, amani ya Bwana iwe pamoja nanyi. Awali ya yote tunashukuru kwa mwaliko mwema na tukufu kwa chama chetu CNDD-FDD pamoja na wananchi wa Burundi kwa ujumla. Pili, tunatoa salamu za chama tawala CNDD-FDD Burundi na wanachama wake pamoja na wananchi wa Burundi kwa ujumla. Tatu, tunawapongeza kwa hatua ya kidemokrasia na maendeleo kwa kadri mlivyofanya kwa udi na uvumba kujenga taifa lenu kwa mafanikio kama alivyoeleza rais wenu hiyo jana. 4, tunawatakia uchaguzi mwema wa amani, demokrasia na utulivu wa mwaka 2026 na tunawatakia ushindi mnono usio na mawaa. Mungu awatangulie katika uchaguzi huo. Mungu awaongoze katika maji ya utulivu, awalaze katika kijani kibichi, gongo lake na fimbo lake likapate kuwaongoza. Mwisho, Mungu ibariki NRM, Mungu ibariki CNDD-FDD, Mungu ibariki Burundi, Mungu ibariki Uganda, Mungu ibariki Afrika Mashariki. Asanteni sana. Ujumbe huu umeongozwa na mjumbe na mbunge Beninye Rurahinda ambaye ni mshauri wa katibu mkuu chama tawala nchini Burundi. Mama, tumpigie makofi. Nilioko mahali hapa ni mjumbe wa chama tawala, lakini pia nikiwa ni katibu mkuu Wizara ya Vijana, Michezo na Utamaduni. Ninaitwa Rizki Jacob. Asante sana.
Thank you. For those who may not have followed Kiswahili, he was thanking NRM for inviting them, pledging that we shall keep working together and consolidating our relationship to build a stronger party-to-party relationship as we continue working together. Next, we have Sahrawi Republic. Sahrawi Republic is represented by none other than the Speaker of the Parliament. In their hierarchy, the Secretary General is the head of state. Therefore, he could not come on the invitation of the Secretary General of NRM. They have delegated the Speaker of the Assembly to come and represent the country and the party. We welcome you so much, and we thank you for coming in solidarity with NRM. We've been working closely. We understand the struggle you're going through. We stand with you in solidarity for total liberation of Sahrawi Republic, and we believe and pray that the African spirit will make you attain final victory against adversaries. May we welcome the Speaker of Sahrawi Republic, who is coming to give us a solidarity message. Mr. Speaker, you're most welcome.
Nrm oye! Nrm oye! Uganda oye! Excellency President oye! فخامة الرئيس يوري موسيفيني، فخامة الرئيس فخامة ريتشارد الأمين العام لحزب الحركة الوطنية للمقاومة، أصحاب السعادة، أعضاء الحكومة والبرلمان المحترمين، الأمناء العامون وممثلي الأحزاب المدعوة، السيدات والسادة، السلام عليكم. فخامة الرئيس باسم قيادة ومناضلين جبهة البوليزاريو وباسم الشعب الصحراوي وأصالة عن نفسي أود أن أنقل إلى فخامتكم وإلى الشعب الأوغندي الشقيق تحيات أخيكم فخامة السيد إبراهيم غالي، الأمين العام لجبهة البوليزاريو رئيس الجمهورية الصحراوية، الذي كلفني بتمثيله في هذا المؤتمر الوطني للمندوبين، لأقدم لكم السيد الرئيس جزيل الشكر على دعوتكم الكريمة. إنه لشرف عظيم لي أن أكون هنا في بلدكم الجميل لولة إفريقيا ممثلا لشعبي وبلدي ليشارككم هذه اللحظة التاريخية التي تجسد قوة واستمرارية النضال الذي خاضته حركة المقاومة الوطنية بقيادتكم وبرؤيتكم الثاغبة في ازدهار البلاد وبناء تاريخها المعاصر. ومنذ ذلك الحين رسخت حركة المقاومة الوطنية للشعب الأوغندي العظيم عملية تعافي شاملة وأحدثت تحولا واسع النطاق في المشهد الاجتماعي والاقتصادي لبلدكم. نفخر في جبهة البوليزاريو بالروابط التاريخية والراسخة التي تربطنا بحركة المقاومة الوطنية الأوغندية تحديداً وبالإطار العام لحركات التحرر الوطني الإفريقية في سياق نضالنا المشترك ضد جميع أشكال الاستعمار. لطالما أكد قادتنا الأفارقة في الماضي كما في الحاضر أمثال كوامي نكروما ونيلسون مانديلا وفخامة الرئيس يوري موسيفيني أن تحرير إفريقيا لن يكتمل إلا بتحرير جميع شعوبها على قرار شقيقكم الشعب الصحراوي. وفي هذا الصدد فخامة الرئيس لا يزال الشعب الصحراوي يعتمد على دعمكم وتضامنكم ومناصرتكم المعهودة حتى تحقيق كامل مبادئ وأهداف الاتحاد الإفريقي على نهج الآباء المؤسسين واستكمالا لمسيرة تحرير قارتنا الحبيبة وتصفية الاستعمار منها. شكرا جزيلا لكم. عاشت الحركة الوطنية للمقاومة، عاشت أوغندا في سبيل الله والوطن.
Nrm oye! Nrm oye! For God and my country.
The speaker's message is being translated. I could tell you are wondering how you could clap. Me, I was following, but you are not clapping with me. The sign language interpreter was also stuck, like me. Nrm oye! That is why you should learn many other languages. May the speech be translated for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Secretary General of the party Nrm, for helping. His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency Todd Wong, Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement in Nrm, Your Excellencies, distinguished Member of Government and Parliament, Secretaries General and representative of the invited party, Ugandan fellow, Ugandan delegates coming from across Uganda, my colleagues in national media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellency, Mr. President, on behalf of the leadership, comrades of the Frente Polisario, and on behalf of the Sahrawi people, I would like to convey to Your Excellency and to the brotherly people of Uganda the greetings of your brother, His Excellency, and the President of Sahrawi Republic, His Excellency Ibrahim Gali, who has entrusted me with representing him at this National Delegates Conference, and with transmitting to Your Excellency, Mr. President, our many thanks for this kind of invitation. It is a great honor for me to be here in your beautiful country, the Pearl of Africa, representing my people and my country, and to share with you this historic moment, which embodies the strength and continuity of the struggle waged by the national resistance movement of Nrm under your wise leadership and with a visionary guidance that profoundly transformed the country and its contemporary history. Since then, the national resistance movement, Nrm, of the great Ugandan people has consolidated a comprehensive recovery process and brought about a far-reaching transformation of the social and economic landscape of the country. Your Excellency, President, we in the Front Polisario are proud of the historical and deep-rooted ties that bind us to the Ugandan national resistance movement in particular, and to the African National Liberation Movement in general, in our common struggle against all forms of colonialism. Our father leaders, past and present, such as Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, Julius Nyerere, Robert Mugabe, and Your Excellency President Museveni, you have always emphasized that Africa's liberation will not be complete until all its people are liberated, including your brotherly people, the Sahrawi people. In this regard, Your Excellency, Mr. President, the Sahrawi people continue to count on your long-standing support, solidarity, and advocacy and to the full realization of the principles and objectives of the African Union, following the path of the founding fathers and completing the process of liberating and decolonizing our beloved continent. Thank you very much. Long live for national resistance. Long live Uganda for good and manufacturing. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of Sahrawi. May we give them a round of applause. Asante sana. Two more speeches, and we shall move to the next program. We have Venezuela and SPLM. SPLM will conclude. After they have concluded, I also, Your Excellency, I have a message from Russia, the United Russia Party, that I'll read, and we shall invite you. NRM, you are loved by many people. Your Excellency, our chairman is admired by many. We have got apologies from many other parties. ZANU-PF party sent us apologies. Frelimo of Mozambique also have sent us apologies. We have quite a number of apologies, but next time we are sure they will all be here with us in solidarity. They do this because they admire NRM of how we have withered all sorts of internal and external stress and challenges. And so most of these revolutionary parties look at NRM as a symbol of unity, firmness, and commitment to the African cause. May we have Venezuela. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Uganda, oye. Nrm, oye. Museveni, oye. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Chairman of the National Resistance Movement. Honorable Secretary General, members of National Center Committee, distinguished international delegates, dear camaradas of the NRM, please receive Bolivarian Chavista and Revolutionary greeting for the land of the Libertador Simón Bolívar and Hugo Chávez Frías. From the President of the United States Socialist Party of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros, and other members on the leadership in the organization. It is a great honor for our delegation to participate in this National Delegates Conference. We express the collective will and firm determination of the Uganda people to direct our destiny. PCV is a political force that represents the will of the Venezuelan people in the construction of Bolivarian socialism, the defense of national sovereignty, and the promotion of just and pluripolar world. Excellencias, Venezuela reafirma its commitment to the construction of the multipolar world based on mutual respect and determination and social cooperation. Our presence in Africa and geopolitical vision that recognizes the strategic role of the African continent in the global balance. In the sense, the Bolivarian diplomacy of peace promoted by President Nicolás Maduro Moros seeks the strength alliances with government and movements such as Nrm that defend sovereign social justice and regional integration. The historical ties that unite Africa and Venezuela are wrought in shared struggle for independence and sovereignty. Our ties are not only historical and cultural, but also political and strategic. Today, more than ever, we are called to build together a new international order. In particular, Venezuela and Uganda have been building relations of cooperation and mutual understanding, based on respect for sovereignty, self-determination, and the pursuit of social justice. We value Uganda's role on the African continent as a force for regional integration, peace and development, and reiterate our willingness to deepen political dialogue, economic exchange, and cultural between our people. The NRM has accompanied the PCV and has witnessed our victorious in Venezuela. Thank you. In that regard, we wish to alert and share with the international community the serious threats and action of war to which our country is concurrently subject. We are facing an aggressive escalation unprecedented in recent years. In the last few weeks, we have witnessed two simultaneous and coordinated moves, a tangible military deployment and psychological and media war. I met a shagging of governments in Venezuela will script, fabricate, recyclate, and fall in the past. From Venezuela, we call for action and solidarity. We alert the international community to avoid a repetition of catastrophic war. Based on only and will call for the unity of people and sovereign governments to defend the United Nations Charter. PSUV stand firm with the NRM is committed to national development, social transformation, and the defense of the interests of the people of Uganda. We are confident that the bond of friendship between our two parties will continue to strengthen, serving as a bridge for wider cooperation. Comrades, our task as revolutionary forces is to stand united, defend our sovereignty, and build together a future of equality and peace for our people. From Venezuela, we reaffirm our solidarity with the NRM and with the people of Uganda. Together, we continue to walk the path of resistance, unity, and peace. Congratulations for the success of this conference. You are an example of discipline, leadership, Uganda, and struggle and stability for the region and to all Africa. Viva Uganda, viva NRM, viva Venezuela, viva international solidarity. Long live President Museveni. God bless you all. Bendiciones para todos. Thank you very much.
Gracias. Nrm oye! May we give Venezuela a round of applause. Asante sana. May I invite SPLM as the last party to give a solidarity message this afternoon. But as they come, allow me read, Your Excellency, a message written to you by the chairman of United Russia Party, Mr. Dmitry Medvedev from Moscow. Dear Mr. Museveni, please accept my sincere congratulations on the occasion of the National Delegates Conference of the National Resistance Movement. For many years, the National Resistance Movement has been playing the key role in the political and economic development of Uganda, the country's process. Indisputable authority among Ugandan people. I am confident that the decisions adopted during the conference will allow the party to secure strong positions in a run-up to the general elections scheduled for the beginning of 2026. The partnership between Moscow and Kampala is founded on the friendship evolved during Uganda's struggle for independence. I am confident that mutually beneficial relations between our countries will continue to strengthen steadily in bilateral and multilateral formats, including within the Russia-Africa Summit framework. We look forward to the deepening of multifaceted cooperation between the All-Russian Political Party, United Russia, and the National Resistance Movement, including on the platform of the International Anti-Colonial Movement for the Freedom of Nations. I wish the participants of the conference fruitful activities, and to you, dear Mr. Museveni, good health, further success, and all the very best. Comrade Chairman, United Russia Party. Asante sana. May we receive SPLM represented by the Secretary General, Right Honorable Professor Logale Juma, the Secretary General of SPLM Party. You're most welcome.
NRM, oye! SPLM, oye! Your Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, NRM Chairman and President of the Republic of Uganda, National and Regional Deputies to the Chairman, NRM Secretary General, all delegates to the National Conference, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, on behalf of the SPLM and people of South Sudan, I convey to you special greetings from the Chairman of the SPLM and the President of the Republic of South Sudan, His Excellency, Comrade, then I cannot see, Comrade General Salva Kiir Mayardit. SPLM is grateful and happy to be a part of this great historic move and effort of building Pan-African agenda to liberate the African peoples and reinstate their distorted image by the colonial Israel. We are ever ready to join the NRM and commit ourselves and contribute towards the realization of this goal. In this historical conference, each one of you came carrying the hopes and aspirations of your people. You are coming to do specific party functions, enduring all party programs and upcoming general election in 2026. By the end of this national conference, each one of you would have known the duties and tasks you will carry to build not only the party, but the country for which you have taken allegiance. NRM came a long way. It transformed itself through many phases. Today's conference is one of the best, which both party cadres and national programs are geared towards building the country. In recent months, NRM party cadres have been fiercely contesting in party primary elections across the country. Some NRM members were elected by their constituencies, others succumbed to failures. Let unity lead in all these processes. Never divide yourself because of choices your constituencies have or your party will make. The basis of our comradeship is adherence to our party's discipline. As party cadres, you are coming from every corner of the country. You are here to fulfill the mandate you were sent for. The party's constitution and guiding principles will guide you to deliver to the constitution, and guiding principle will guide you to deliver to your people at every level you serve. Do not squander that golden chance. Comrades, 2025-26 national election theme is very clear: protecting the gains as we make a quantitative leap into the high middle income status. In your journey to implement the above party election theme in the manifesto, you have to be determined and focused. We thank His Excellency President Museveni, the NRM chairman, for pioneering the path and leading the ideas and action that have now transformed politics in Uganda and beyond. the Pan-African agenda as we share in both SPLM and Nrm present shared future that is very fundamental to achieving the true African unity and continental peace where no one nation threatens the existence of another. As NRM cadres, you have to persuade other political parties and non-partisan citizens to sing your gospel of development and lifting Uganda out of poverty once and forever. Obtaining a middle income status is a great desire target that every African country must wish for itself. Dear delegates, the journey that brought you here started long time ago, since the day of NRM took up arms to fight for the democratic transformation of Uganda. Many party organs conducted several meetings and conferences to validate the call for service delivery. Today, it is the accumulation of those great meetings into this national conference. For the cause of your people, you came from across the country. You are here representing the voice of the needy who seek for better services in the districts and villages up to the parish level. In Africa, to say, in political seats, demand better work for the people. We are all servants of the people. Comrades, your task is to live to that expectation and to rally behind the NRM leadership, especially the presidential flag bearer, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The great son of Africa and Pan-Africanist will continue to spearhead the implementation of NRM party manifesto you developed for 2026 general election. We need unity of purpose. If it is your time to lead as a party cadre, lead with dignity and guidance from the leadership to succeed. We in the SPLM will continue to work together with NRM as it has been during the liberation struggle. As the SPLM Secretary General, I will work closely with my colleagues, Right Honorable Richard Togwan, Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, NRM, our bilateral cooperation and sisterly approach to maintain steady development of our countries with Uganda. Uganda is hosting hundreds of our refugees. We continue to thank you for protecting and giving opportunities to our people. South Sudan will continue to foster opportunities and strengthen the shared economic benefit within East Africa. Currently, the conditions in South Sudan are more favorable for investment and economic recovery than before, and especially in the investment and economic in the oil sector, agriculture, infrastructure construction, and mining. The SPLM NRM files on cooperation, especially learning from each other, will be fast-tracked during my tenure. We shall work hard to implement the most needed political education for our young cadres, especially the youth, women, and veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, the NRM National Delegates Conference came at the right time when Africa is seeking unity for its people. The setback caused by instability in the world should not distract us from development. By coming together at this conference, you are securing the future of the people of Uganda, East Africa, and the world. South Sudan joins you in the fight for African unity, a journey that Dr. John Garang, David Mobior, and his colleagues fought for to liberate the people of South Sudan from a repressive regime that didn't recognize the existence of the African people, the very people that attained their civilization way ahead of others. I would like to conclude by pledging that SPLM will always work in solidarity with NRM to be characterized by seriousness of purpose, commonalities of ideas, and sense of mission. I call upon the NRM leadership to support general election in December in 2026, join hands with South Sudan to fight terrorism and build a democratic Pan-African agenda. As things stand today in South Sudan, about 90% of the agreement has been implemented, the title and the little unfinished part of this agreement could be completed by December this year. By the end of 2025, we would have implemented all the core articles of the agreement, and the parties are ready to head for election. The SPLM is among the political parties that are championing democratic election in December 2026. We are therefore asking for the NRM leadership and the people of Uganda to support democratic general election in December 2026. We must stand together and reject obnoxious policies in any forum, regional or international, wherever they are advocated, and be opposed to those policies that are intended to dismantle sovereignty of other nations. Let us continue the good work we have started from the liberation movement to government so that the people worldwide know that peace and stability are permanently sustained because we have built a strong Pan-African political foundation based on respect for one another and mutual benefit and cooperation for all. Long live the two presidents, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit and His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Long live the solidarity between two political parties, SPLM and NRM. Long live Pan-African spirit. God bless you. Africa, oye! Oye! Present here with me, I came with a delegation. Here I have our delegation composed of Comrade Bol McQueen Yul, here, Secretary for Political Affairs and Mobilization. Comrade Dr. John Oriem, Secretary for Research and Training. Deputy Secretary Comrade Angelina Maker, Secretary for External Relations. We have Comrade Edward Joseph, Executive Director, and we have Comrade Maket Ater, Protocol Director. We are grateful for the reception, and may God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
NRM oye! Can we give a befitting round of applause to SPLM? Asante sana. Our national chairman, His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has a gift to each and every delegation. And I say, like what is said in the Bible, may the last become the first. So I would request SPLM to move straight to the tent of President Yoweri Museveni to receive your gift. You'll be followed by Venezuela. After Venezuela, we shall have Sahrawi, Burundi, UDA, and RPF in that order. As they receive their gifts, can we invite entertainers? Comrade Dan, come on the stage with the revolutionary songs. Thereafter, we have special people that the chairman invited all the way from Zombo. These are the Kebus. They have some special rare things to show to us today. It's been a lovely day, and please, 2-3 songs, and the Master of Ceremonies will pick up from there. We shall be reading the resolutions of the conference. We shall be introducing to you new leaders you have elected. Then the national chairman will give his closing remarks and blessings to everybody, and we shall depart after lunch. That is how the program will run. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Secretary General. Your Excellency, you demanded for this group a move from Zombo when you returned the nomination papers at the party headquarters. And they are on stage to entertain you, Your Excellency. Kebu Cultural Group from Zombo.
nominating the state members. How can we do it indirectly in future?
And they have performed before you. That entry from wherever you are, get ready, but for now, Your Excellency, we have the revolutionary African Revolutionary Voices, a group led by Comrade Dan Bashisha, with the one revolutionary song to you, Your Excellency. As the Ndugu that Andre, you prepare to come on stage as the last group, please. Excellency, Daddy Andre may not be here, but your sons and grandchildren, your ranger group from Gulu, they are here. Your ranger simply means the path is clear. Your path, Your Excellency, 2026 is very clear. Here they are.
I was a champion, you were a champion, Museveni champion, Kaguta champion, yellow, because it's a it's DJ Shafiq Waves.
kuya. Utelo mwani kitwea. Dubaye kuya. Muwili wabini kitwea. Dubaye kuya. Daan. Dubaye kwanga. Betema. Daan. Ule kwanga. Betema. Daan. Dubaye kwanga. Ule kwanga. Betema. Kuparanye kwene kitwa pin. Dubaye kuya. Ikape kumani kitwa pin. Dubaye kuya. Kuwil mate ni ginega. Dubaye kuya. Kutiero kwene ginega. Dubaye kuya. Kaan. Dubaye kwanga. Betema. Kujoni kaan. Ulaye kwanga. Betema. Ayo bilili. Yoleng. Yoleng maro kaka pilili yoleng yoleng maro kaka pilili yoleng yoleng maro kaka pilili yoleng yoleng maro wara lubada yawo ngara lope yawo lubada oro ngara lope oro ngara lubada yawo ngara lope yawo
Microphone. NRM oye! Let's stretch your start. DJ, play for us a tune from Buganda. We want to see how the Bugandas dance. Basogas, be ready. Itesos, be ready. Karamajongs, be ready. Ha ha. We're all going to test how you dance. Banyoros, be ready. Western, be ready.
Your Excellency, Western Nile is ready.
DJ, tune for us those music. We want everybody on the floor.
Western Nile.
Hello. I want to do this in an orderly manner. May you move to the floor and I see how you dance. Nrm oye!
Oye!
DJ, I want to see them on the floor. Move!
Could you please come up?
zitalya yanyumiza abalangira ababiri yanyumiza Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju aliwo omutima nyambe ku mboozi muzzukulu wa Ssekaba Kyakona
Nalipite Bulangere n'Abajunju walala ne Ssemapokiro naye nga walyawo Kabaka yebale bamba bayimbako siyagala yogera
Ssemapokiro
abo balangira ddala ali bakwatako okulimo ky'omuliro
Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju
kuwabo mu nnyango ani aliyawula Obuganda n'engoma oyo talibaayo tubafunye Obuganda bwetali
Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju balangira ddala Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju balangira ddala Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju balangira ddala Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju balangira ddala Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju balangira ddala
bulade Obuganda bulade
Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju
tuyedde Abaganda tuyedde
Ssemapokiro n'Enjunju
abali
Members, I want you to see the beauty of Uganda. Listen to the song and the rhythm. See the dancing.
ngamba mame yanzala wangala mukwano wangala
Ssemapokiro sene ebyafaayo biragula ebiriddawo netufuna eddembe ngebakwatali banezirira amazina.
Thank you. Can we have from Western Uganda? Western Uganda, move to the floor. This is West Nile. West Nile, I can see them on the floor. Bunyoro prepare. Western Uganda prepare. Kaltromix.
Polisi bikima tekima aroto ebasi mupima ngiya benta azoro batima aroto ebasi magami tepia ojo piri tekima doyo bomadini moya bomadini tibako sidoyo wawo bomadini tibako sidoyo mandila amuringwaya bomadini tibako sidoyo wawo bomadini tibako sidoyo mandila amuringwaya azo bakokoro wala donia arumaniditi adusi otu adini likitoru ongola yaridima kirikiri ikwamaza ongola do yaridima fo kirikiri oumibuya yawuni madia otokola tomisi dewomala kirikiri idima angarira ikwamaza ya
Thank you. Can we have another one? Another sub-region?
Tusabe tata na mama abakuru sibazijwale Ura mabuko wanyo tukwita Kimuri change tukutwale Engozi zanjwa Baby wentura Engozi zanjwa Baby wentura Oburungi buzarwa Ono wanga kazarwa Oh baby Amaisoka wagenyana Ono mwana kakura Isenga kyona kahana Owanyu chande nunjura Byone byawe mari mbimara 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 Nkafuna iwe mari nkamaro Nkamaro Sanjwa Baby wentura Engozi zanjwa Baby wentura
Your Excellency, Sebei.
Your Excellency, your delegates are asking for music from their area so that they can dance to show you their love. Bugiso! you, thank you, thank you. May we resume our seats? DJ, prepare for Rwenzori, Chigezi, Ankole, Bunyoro, Langis, Karamojong. We want to see you on the floor as we prepare to receive our resolutions for the conference, and we shall receive the address by the national chairman and other communications. We thank you so much. Next time you're coming, bring for us your music from your area. May we resume our seats? We are going to dance. There is time for dancing. Let us resume our seats and we receive the resolutions of the conference. May we resume our seats? Your Excellency, the chairman of our party, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the first National Vice Chairman of the party, the second National Vice Chairperson of the party, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, members of the Central Executive Committee of the party, ministers, members of SEC, delegates, good afternoon. Mr. President, with your permission, allow me to read the resolution of the conference. Resolutions of the National Conference of the National Resistance Movement held at Kololo National Ceremonial Ground from 27th of August to the 28th of August. We, members of the National Conference of the National Resistance Movement, gathered in celebratory, joyous, and yet solemn conference at Kololo National Ceremonial Ground, having taken full and comprehensive stock of our progress and challenges as the nation and people over the last 5 years, deeply mindful of our place and role in the new becoming and fundamental unity, socio-economic transformation of Africa and trajectory into the future, rightfully proud of our identity and purpose as one of the liberation movements of Africa, having received the report, recommendations and resolutions of the National Executive Council in its sitting of the 23rd August 2025, having listened and warmly received the inspiring keynote address of the National Chairperson, clearly reflective of our historical, traditional, and practice in the struggle against enemies of Mother Africa, as well as our relentless and successful journey into a fully transformed and united Africa. Having received a report of the Secretary General on the on the managerial and administrative tasks and challenges within the movement over the last 5 years, as well as the outlook of the future, hereby resolves and declare as follows. 1, to unanimously adopt the inspiring address of the National Chairperson as a strategic visionary document of the movement, reflecting our revolutionary past and a transformed future of a united Africa. 2, to reflect upon and note the emphasis of the National Chairperson on critical points in the development of the country, including the 17-fold growth of the national economy, overall growth in production and service value addition, the move into a knowledge economy. We also note that the peace we have underlines all that we intend to do to anchor the development process we are achieving. Number 3, the conference focused on the following as we look to the future. 1, peace and stability of Africa, East Africa and Uganda. Development agenda that should be pro-people. Wealth creation, ICT for job creation, services, opening market avenues, and encouraging our people to adopt and accept industrialization as we empower them to supply the necessary inputs to industrialization. Number 4, to reaffirm our commitment to accelerated integration of Africa and thereby ensure our strategic security and future. Number 5, to most warmly welcome the leaders from the fraternal and revolutionary parties who have joined us today, namely the African National Congress, the RPF, the UDA, the CDD Party of Burundi, Sahrawi Republic, the Venezuela Party, SPLM, SPLM, the Russian Party, and also receive apologies from ZANU-PF, MPLA, Prosperity Party of Ethiopia, and Front for National Liberation of Algeria. To unanimously adopt the report of the Secretary General as an operational working document of the movement. Number 7, to strongly condemn criminality, bribery, and any kind of electoral malpractice, and further to endorse the urgent investigation of related reports. Number 8, to place on record that we have evaluated candidates proposed to the conference, and the conference hereby unanimously endorse the candidates as follows. Number 1, the conference endorsed His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the national chairman of the National Resistance Movement Party. Number 2, the conference, in the same spirit, fully endorsed His Excellency General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the presidential candidate for the National Resistance Movement Party for 2026 general election. In the same spirit, the conference received and approved the nomination of Alhaji Moses Chigongo as the first national vice chairman of the party. Number 10, the conference received the resolutions of the election of persons to the positions of second national vice chairperson, female, vice chairpersons representing Eastern Uganda, Central Uganda, Northern Uganda, Western Uganda, Kampala, and Karamoja regions of Uganda. In the same spirit, it also received the results of the elections for the chairpersons of the special organs of the party as follows. The second national vice chairperson of the party, who was just elected few hours other than the Right Honorable Anita Annette Among. The national chairman would like to communicate.
Hello. It should be endorsed or elected. There were two. There was endorsement, but there was also election. So the introduction should be amended.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We shall amend. The categories of the leaders elected are the ones I've started reading, but the first two were those endorsed by the conference. So I was saying the conference received the results of the elections of persons to the positions of second national vice chairperson, female, vice chairpersons representing Eastern Uganda, Central Uganda, Northern Uganda, Western Uganda, Kampala region, and Karamoja sub-region. In the same spirit, the conference received the results of the elections of persons who were elected as chairpersons of the various special organs of the party. The first is the second national vice chairperson, female, who was elected by this conference, and that is none other than the Right Honorable Anita Annette Among. The vice chairperson representing Eastern Uganda, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Echodo David Calvin. The vice chairperson representing Central Uganda, who was elected by this conference, is none other than Honorable Cheyune Aruna Kasolo. The vice chairperson of the party elected by this conference representing Northern Uganda is none other than Honorable Amson Dennis Oboa. The vice chairperson for Western Uganda elected by this conference is none other than Mr. Asimwe Jonat. The vice chairman representing Karamoja, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Loki John Baptist. The vice chairperson representing Kampala, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Uhuru Salim Sad. Mr. Chairman and dear delegates, the conference equally received the results of the election of the special organs national chairpersons. And these leaders are the chairperson representing Historical Leaders Forum, elected by this conference,
is none other than Colonel Retired Tom Butime. The chairperson elected to represent the persons with disabilities in this conference is none other than Mr. Mwanje Shafik. The chairperson representing the Women's League elected by this conference is none other than Ms. Kobusinje Adrian. The chairperson elected in this conference representing the youth is none other than Mr. Tanga Collins. There were reports which the national chairman has taken over, and he will make his communication in this conference and his ruling over that matter. In that election, the national chairman guided that legally once an election result has been announced, it has to go through the legal challenges for it to be removed. So we follow legal process, and there is already a petition, and that will be handled through the petition. The chairperson elected to represent the Workers' League in this conference is none other than Mr. Arenaitwe Katambuka Rakajara. The national chairperson elected in this conference representing elders is none other than Honorable Businje Penina Kabingani. The chairperson Veterans League elected by this conference is none other than Mr. Mushabe Moses. Mr. Chairman and members, this is the resolution for the conference. The chairman under the party constitution has the mandate and prerogative to nominate 5 eminent people to attend the Central Executive Committee on behalf of the party. May I invite the newly elected SEC members to present themselves before the national chairman and the conference. We shall have a photo moment with the newly elected leaders.
Hello.
Hello.
Put my microphone on. Put my microphone on. Okay. Okay, young people. Okay, young people.
Can we listen to the national chairman, young people? Your matter is before the national chairman. He has communication for you. Nrm Oye, let us keep quiet and listen to the national chairman. Order, 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 order. Dear young people, can we listen to the national chairman? He has a ruling on your matter. If you care, you would listen. If you care, you would listen to the national chairman who has a message on the issue you are raising.
Okay, shut up now. Shut up.
Young people, can you keep quiet?
Shut up now. Enough. Waambia vijana waache.
Listen.
Okay, shut up now. Shut up. And sit down, all of you. The objection of the youth about the boy who was elected is noted. Listen carefully. The boy who was elected, I have noted the objection of the youth, but when I checked with the lawyers, once somebody is announced, the only way you can remove them is through a petition. And you can put it in the resolution here, you can amend the resolution, and you put that the election of the youth delegate is contested and is now before the tribunal. And the tribunal will decide. If we decide, we will see how they will decide, but I think there is a way it can be decided. So you wait for, we cannot do anything which is not legal. If I had the power to order anything, I would have ordered, but I don't have that power, and nobody has except the tribunal. So therefore, let's have an amendment to the resolution to say that the election of the youth is contested and is now before the tribunal. I think the lawyer, there is no problem with that. Lawyer, any problem with that?
Director Legal.
Is that correct legally? Yes, so my young people, your objection will be part of this resolution. Yes, the names were read. All the names have no problem, or even if they have problem, they will be handled under the law. But the one of the youth was particularly annoying to a big section, and it will be handled by the tribunal. Okay? The conference supports that? The conference supports that? The conference, those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Yes, you have said no, but the majority have said yes. So the ayes have it. Thank you. So the resolution is adopted as amended.
Thank you.
Those in favor say aye. The whole conference, those who support the resolution, stand up.
May those in favor of the resolution as amended stand up.
The majority supports, so the resolution passes as amended.
Thank you.
Now let's have a photograph here.
We start with the Central Executive Committee members who have just been elected, the Regional Vice Chairperson, the first National Vice Chairperson of the party, the second National Vice Chairperson of the party, and the Regional vice chairpersons, and later on the chairpersons of the various leagues. As we do that, the national chairman will communicate when we shall conclude elections of the Youth League and the Entrepreneurs League. We want this to be done as soon as possible, and that will be done at the cost to the party. After this session, we shall therefore invite the national chairman to give his keynote speech. After the photo moment, I would request that the organizing committee should move in front. Members from the party secretariat and electoral commission, you have to come in front. I need to introduce you to this powerful conference. We thank you so much for working so hard day and night for putting up things together. Before the keynote address by the national chairman, I request that I introduce you to the conference. And therefore, I request that members of the organizing committee and leaders of the party secretariat should move in front. Your Excellency, in this conference, we have a section for babies, and by yesterday I checked, we had close to 649 babies in attendance with their mothers. Thank you so much for producing, you NRM members. Next session, we want more babies. We also have a sick bay. We have members who are not feeling well and have been attended to. Unfortunately, to you members, we lost one of the delegates on the day of accreditation. He comes from Quen. I will get the details and mention we shall be burying him in a few days' time. He came with some conditions, and unfortunately, when we referred him to the hospital, he could not make it. And we pray that his soul finds solace before the juries in heaven. The organizing committees and leaders of the secretariat, please, I'm waiting for you wherever you are. If not, you'll miss the opportunity to be known by powerful people of the conference. Can I have senior leaders of the party secretariat here, members of the organizing committee? Thank you so much for working so hard. The secretariat members come to my right, and members of the organizing committee to my left. I recognize the diaspora executive members and members who came for this conference from all parts of the world. We shall have a conversation with you on how we shall organize election of your league in the near future. But very soon we shall have election to complete election of the Youth League and also election of the Entrepreneurs League. Thank you for acknowledging that. At times you also know good things. Dear delegates, allow me to introduce my colleagues at the party head office. I thank them so much. The national chairman would like to communicate to us.
I will have a picture with those group afterwards. I will have a picture with you afterwards. Sit down, sit down. Her Excellency, the Vice President, Her Excellency, the Vice President, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Vice Chairpersons of the NRM, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, all members of SEC, all members of NEC, all members of the National Conference. I congratulate all of you for the huge exercise we have just gone through. This exercise started with the elections of the branches. It started on the 6th of May. I myself, I went to Rwaktura, and I was part of our village meeting in Rwaktura. And in those meetings, as you heard the Secretary General saying, we found we had more than 20 million members of our party. And 18.5 million of them are voters. So this is a big resource which we should not play around with. Now, those people who make mistakes, who do things carelessly, are really interfering with the work. Because these 20 million members of the NRM want justice, want fairness, want the truth. They don't want lies. They don't want favoritism. They don't want corruption. That's why you hear those young people making noise. I will follow up their noise, but do it legally. I cannot do things illegally. The Banyankore say, "Itakabajire tebanyama." You cannot see a cow walking and you say it is meat. You wait until it is slaughtered, that's when you call it meat. So if somebody is accused of corruption, you don't condemn him until he's accused, but not condemned, until he is condemned with facts. So all these cases, there are other cases which I had people complaining about, but they will be investigated, all of them, and action will be taken. So therefore, I want to appeal to all leaders, stop, Banyankore called it oktokoza. Oktokoza is when you have got like a drink and something falls in the drink. That's oktokora. a pollution. Nobody should pollute our NRM with bad behavior. The use of money, corruption must be condemned. And we shall be educating everybody that this should stop. But in some cases, we may even take legal action and criminal action. So I'm very happy about the huge membership of huge number of our members, more than 20 million, if you include some of the teenagers. But the voters by May were 18.5 million. So please, reject corruption like the young people are complaining. We shall handle their issue. Reject, that's part of the resistance. Thank you for being members of the resistance movement. The young people, by resisting what you think was wrong, you are becoming true members of the national resistance movement. But the question is, how do you do it? How do you do it? You must do it in the right way. That's why you hear that before we went to the bush, we warned the UPC many, many times. Because we didn't want to be blamed. That's why did you start fighting when there was a possibility of dialogue. We had to warn them publicly, UPC, if you do this, we are going to fight. They didn't believe it. And when we started the war, nobody could blame us because we had warned everybody. So it is good to resist, but you resist in what way? This is the first point. This is a very good chance for Uganda, when you have got such a powerful political organization. This is more than 80% of the of the voters of Uganda. They are all in the NRM. So please don't annoy them with the wrong actions. Don't annoy our members. Don't annoy our members. Don't annoy our members with injustice, with corruption. When you do that, you divide us. Therefore, all these cases of corruption, we shall investigate them. And we have already taken action. We have arrested some of the people who were involved. They are already arrested, quite a number of them. So this is number one. It's a very big achievement. It has never happened in the history of Uganda to have so many of our people united. The second point is what I told you yesterday. There are so many things to talk about. Even the leaders who get political problems, we find that the population are no longer listening to you and they vote against you. It is because you don't listen to the NRM message. What I said yesterday, the words, the 7 words. Number 1, peace, no war. But no war is assured by the army, by UPDF. That's why we have no war here. Anybody who tries to bring war here, we shall defeat him because we have got the capacity, which we have built over the last 50 years. The last 50 years, we have built that capacity. But there is crime, not war, but crime. You, the leaders, because you are all leaders, we, the leaders of the NRM, according to Todong, we are 2.4 million. Can you imagine? 2.4 million leaders If you start with the village leaders, you start with all, we are 2.4 million, very big number. So wherever you are, don't allow the police to sit on crime. Something bad happens, they do nothing. A thief is arrested for stealing pigs and so on, or PDM, and is given police bond. Say no. Tell them that stop this. You don't accept it. And you tell the LC3, because the LC3 are there. Tell the MP, so that the matter comes up to the center. So, peace, you have got a role to play by monitoring. The army is handling the war problems, but the crime should be handled by the police, and if the police are not doing it, you are the ones who are nearest to monitor them. So peace. Number 2, development. Don global. Apol. Enkula korana. Entunguka. This one is mainly things which are collective. Infrastructure for economy, the roads and so on, and social infrastructure in the form of social infrastructure in the form of schools and health centers. Now, especially for the feeder roads and the health centers and the schools, you can monitor that so that they are kept in good condition. They are repaired. There's been some slackness in reconstructing some of the tarmac roads, like the road from Mitana to Fort Portal has lagged behind, but they are going to do it. There was a mistake in it delaying. But for the Nrm roads, we are saving 1.3 billion for each district. There's no reason why the rural Nrm roads should not be maintained. When I was in Binyangabu, the leader there started talking of making a new bridge across a swamp. Please, the money we are sending you, 1.3 billion, is not for making new roads or making bridges. It is for maintaining the existing ones in good condition. So please, especially the leader at the district level, monitor that. That is on the side of Enkula Kulana, Donglobo, and Tunguka. But as I told you yesterday, you don't sleep on a tarmac road at night. You don't sleep in a hospital. You don't sleep in a school. Yes, they are there, they are good, but you stay in your own home. So what is happening in your home? That's why we tell you, please, understand the importance of, understand the importance of wealth, Obugaga, Lonyo, Obugaiga, Abar, in Ato Sandaka Ramajong. Wealth is the one which is yours as an individual, as a family, as a company. There may be tarmac, there are many tarmac roads in Kampala here. But the ghetto boys whom you hear, the ghetto children, who are very poor, are here in Kampala. Tarmac roads are here, piped water is here, electricity is here, but the ghettos are also here. The Bayai. So, But those tarmac roads don't solve their problem. So that's why we are saying, please, please, you the leaders, understand the issue of wealth. Every home must have some wealth. The government is sending money in the PDM, 100 million per parish. In 5 years, it will be 500 million in each parish. And in the third year of the program, those who got the first 1 million will pay back. So by the end of the 5 years, you will get another 300 million. Altogether, 800 million shillings in a parish. This is a beginning. But if you do it well, you can even add more money per parish. Instead of 100 million, you can say 200 million. And it will change people's lives. So your role as a leader is not to give the people money. The role as a leader is to make sure that the people who are supposed to get PDM get it. And they get the full amount. Nobody deducts anything from their money. And that they use it for that purpose. And later on, after 2 years, they bring it back. The disgruntlement, which sometimes we get in the country, is because the local elite leave out some people. There are people who are not very prominent, who are ignored. The screen here can show us the boy of Kanungu, Nyamirama. When I was doing the PDM, you can hear what he was saying. That boy.
Banyita ayesigwa Kenesi njo muri sero ya Kazindero Eastern Ward Nyamirama Kanungu district bwera kuna benyaho mucunguzi with president yatamu yathosinja ngo parish modo tubachi tweje saba district twachi kwata watulyaho iyo twataka maunenyi ngikaza kuchitunga kwa yenyima itwenka abantu benyima twatatungezo set akaisha nadi zitazitunga hija zatazitunga onka parish modo kija kuchungura watu ya turavocha amasomo gitu.
Now you hear what that boy is saying in Nyankore Ruchiga. He's saying itwa abantu benyima. We people in the local language say from behind, meaning the not so prominent. Itwa abantu benyima tukabatatunga programs of government. NADS came, abantu benyima never got any benefit from NADS. So the danger you have in your areas is to work with the local elite, the local people, the local traders, the local rich people, the local civil servants, even the political leaders, and you forget people like that boy there. We the people from the high, about 1C. If you speak Uganda, you say about 1C. We people who are not disadvantaged, we are not getting that money. Now PDM, for the first time, he was saying that they are getting the money. So if all the families get involved in wealth creation, it will be good for you politically, but good for the country also. That is the third one. Lonyo, Abar, Obgeiga, Obgaga, please make sure that all the homes in your area, in each parish, get involved in wealth creation, one by one. If there are those which are not yet touched, they will have hope because they will see the others. The fourth word I told you yesterday was jobs. I don't want to repeat what I said because I showed it to you here, where jobs come from. Then services. Obuereza, meaning what the people want from the government. I've told you about peace, no crime. They want that. But also drugs in the hospital. Those lack of drugs annoys people. Then the school fees. In the coming term of office, I want us to abolish school fees in government schools. We must really support this and oppose the local elite. The local elite, they are the ones who PTA, who sit in PTA, and they say, no, everybody must contribute. Everybody must. One time, I had a meeting in Ibanda at a place called Kaihangara, and we had a big public meeting there. And I talked about this, the issue of free education. There was like a teacher there who was saying, no, the parents must also contribute. Parents must also contribute. Then I said, but is it because I was speaking in Yankore? Is it because they don't want Tubarukuenda Ninga Tubarukubas? Is it because they don't want, or is it because they are not capable? They don't have the capacity. That teacher, she was a woman, said, no, they don't want Tubarukuenda. Then I asked the majority, 80%. And the answer was, no, Turkubasa. We can't manage. So if your people don't have the capacity yet to pay these school fees, why don't we have a two-staged program? Number one, we provide free education in government schools, completely free. In government schools for maybe 10 years, 15 years. Then at the same time, we're empowering the homesteads with the PDM and other programs. Then, after 10 years, if they are able to pay for the children in private schools, the government can withdraw slowly. But now, that's how you have got a problem of so many people who drop out of school. So that issue of free education is very crucial to maintain our close relationship with the people. Then the issue of the roads, I've talked about it. You need to handle that. These bad roads annoy people. So you should put pressure on the local government to make sure that these roads are maintained. Now, the other issue which disturbs people may be water, safe water. Our plan is to have like 2 sources of safe water per village. Let us push that per village, either borehole or a piped water or a protected well, but 2 per village. If we do this, you will see there will be total harmony in Uganda. Where this is done, you find little opposition. Even you as leaders, you try this, you will see. There will be no opposition. People will be so happy with you. I showed you yesterday the picture of Yamkama. I don't want to. They can bring back the Yamkama with those workers only, not the other thing. If you, that picture of Yamkama and the workers. Bunyoro has been divided between the Banyoro and the immigrants who came from other areas called Bafuriki. But if you see the workforce of Yamkama, many of them are Bafumbira, Bachiga. They are very, very happy, very, very close together. You can see those young people who are working there. Most of those I talk to them, they are not Banyoro. They are what you call Abafuriki. But because Biamkama has solved their problem, they are very much united. So therefore, I want to conclude. I don't want to. I gave you the booklet yesterday. I gave you the booklet yesterday. The only other point which I added in that booklet was the market of our products, which is what we are discussing with our African brothers in Kenya, South Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, Somalia. If you produce, is the internal market enough? If the internal market is not enough, who will buy what you are producing? That one is also in that document of yesterday. And then finally, the issue of the federation, political federation for strategic security. I don't want to repeat this because I talked about it yesterday. Now, regarding organizational issues, I will get separate today and address this issue, the organizational issues, how to run the party, and so on. So, I thank you, I congratulate everybody, and I thank you for supporting my candidature as chairman of the NRM for the next 5 years, and as flag bearer for next year. Thank you very much. Rubanga Kony. Katonda abayambe. Were asimibwe. Eyalama edeke. Langa yabazibwe. Langa, God keep you and go safely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and may we give our national chairman and the president a better round of applause. Asante sana. Thank you for keeping us. Thank you for always loving us. And members, just brief announcements before we depart. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the invited members. Thank you for keeping us fit, Your Excellency, and thank you for keeping fit. Just some brief announcements. We have given forms for presidential nomination for collection of signatures to the district chairpersons. We shall need those forms back as quick as possible. We are preparing the process of launching our manifesto for the campaigns. We shall also re-invite a few of you leaders for the launch. Nominations for presidential candidates, for members of parliament, for LC5 chairmen. You all know the dates. You are candidates. We need to endorse your papers before your due date. For the youth, the way I said, we are going to have your election as soon as possible so that we get your flag bearers for the other positions and fill the gaps and correct the mistakes which could have been created. For entrepreneurs, we shall also do the same, and this will be done very soon. Keep your phones alert, we shall call you, and we have 1 day of clearing all this backlog. With this, we thank you for coming, and may we rise for the anthem.
Hello. On the issue of the youth, I want to ask the lawyer who is here, if we found that the boy who was elected wrongly, do we have to have fresh elections, or we can be cancelled and you announce the other one?
Your Excellency, sir, according to the rules, if it is found that a wrong person was declared other than the person that won, then the tribunal has the power to declare the proper winner. If the tribunal cannot determine that, then it would order a fresh election.
Yes, so hello, young people, you know I'm now 80 years old, no blood pressure, no that's why you see, if you want to run, you see how I can challenge you here. This is because I don't worry myself so much. If some problem comes, I handle it rationally, not emotionally. So this issue is simple. Facts will come, and it will be handled. You don't have to have blood pressure among yourselves over this, because the mistakes that happened here on earth, they didn't happen in heaven. We can trace back and see what happened. Okay, youth, thank you for supporting my amendment. You have now joined the majority of the National Conference to support the amendment. Support the amendment on the resolution. You support? That's
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, and thank you to the young people. Allow me introduce my members and the organizing committee. And sir, I also ask that you take a photo with the executives of the elected league members who are here. The other leagues have elected members, and we would also like to take a photo with you. So their chairpersons will lead their members as I introduce members of the organizing committee and the secretariat. May I request my colleagues from the secretariat to come here, and members of the organizing committee, please move a bit faster because we don't have much time. We need to move and close the sessions. We have the Right Honorable Deputy Secretary General of the party, Right Honorable Namayanja Rose Nsereko. Thank you so much for standing firm and organizing this and coordinating all the activities that were assigned to you. Thank you so much. We have Honorable Emmanuel Dombolomala, the Director, Media and Public Relations at the party. Whatever you have been seeing out there was his work, and thank you so much. We have the Director, Legal Services for the party, Counsel Enoch Barata, and is the one going to pursue the matter before the tribunal. And we need it very quick so that we call the youth back to complete their activities. I have members of the secretariat come to my right. Organizing committees to the left. We have the National Treasurer for the party, Ambassador Barbara Nekesa. Thank you so much for providing all the funds that were needed, and may God bless you. We have the Deputy National Treasurer, Honorable Jacqueline Chatuaire. I have Comrade Awich Paula. Awich is the Director, External Relations at the party. Thank you for bringing our visitors and make sure they are well and kept comfortable. We have comrades. After introduction, we shall sing the anthems and we shall move that side for the photos. So very fast I close and we sing the anthems. We have Comrade retired Major Okui Raboni, the Director for Institutions at the party. We have Ajat Medina Uzale, dressed in a very smart way, like she's the Director Administration. And we have the Director, Office of the National Chairman at Chambogo, Ajat Namialo, and all you senior leaders of the party. And dear organizing committee members, wave. Muse is already standing, you wave to him. Thank you so much for organizing the conference and may God bless you. Dear delegates, may we rise for the anthems in reverse order, and the members have mentioned will move to take photos with Muse. And we wish you all the best. We have lunch. Make sure you eat lunch before you go, and greetings to your families. Thank you. Hello. Anthems.
Hello. Even that group should come and have a picture with them. That group, we are group there. After the anthems.
Thank you. We have IDs. If you don't have your national ID, please pass here. There are some IDs that were found. Your Excellency, I request that you take a group photo with the organizing committee, the team from the Secretariat, and the executives of the leagues that were elected. Few photos and then we move. Ms. Eunice Ogwang, your ID is here. Olanya Walter, your ID is here. Akampurira Kenneth, your ID is here. Okelo John Van Ochoko, your ID is here. Bogere Mohammed, your ID is here. Please pass and pick them. There is a lunch and there is also supper. If you still feel you are around Kampala, make sure you eat all the necessary food you need to be strong.
Since morning up to where we are,
I'm needed.
The National Resistance Movement, a convener, a gathering they hold to have conclusive elections and preparations of the party as they prepare for general elections. It started on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today, Thursday, it is the day they have concluded here at disabilities, women, and all of those groups, workers, the veterans, the elderly, and all people like that. Then it came to the different sectors, the structural elections of the party, where they had the chairperson, national chairperson, his deputies. Okay, so called Indeko Katono. They had the national chairperson, his deputies, and I beg your pardon, the national chairperson, his deputies, and his deputies include the first national vice chairperson, then the second vice chairperson, female. Then there are 6 vice chairpersons in the different regions. That is Kampala, there is Uganda, there is Western region, there is the Eastern region, there is the Northern region, and Karamoja. So those ones were also elected. There were a lot of details that happened during the elections, and I want my colleague Kisubi Jackson here to give you some of the details of how the elections were, and he may give us the picture in Luganda and both in English. Then we shall have to go to talk to so many other people as we continue. Yes, Kisubi. Or Delegates Conference or Jirabi Otya Erabi Chibio Kunganyiza. Byenjagala wa abantu bafa batulaba nga tetunnaba kuggalawo.
Weewaawo omulungi atulaba bingi ebibadde wano olunaku olwaleero, era nga olunaku olwaleero ekituleese wano bwe kubanga batulaga abo abagenze mu maaso n'okubanga balondebwa kya National Delegates Conference eno etandika. Era nga olunaku olwaleero basobodde okubanga batubuulira abo balondeddwa okutwaliza awamu. First National Chairperson oba Chairperson w'ekibiina President Yoweri Museveni, ate nga ye Presidential Flag Bearer era Nrm eyalondeddwa agenda okubeera ku ballot paper, ate nga si ekyo kyokka waliwo n'abakulembeze bangi abagenze mu maaso n'okubanga balondebwa. Ekyewuunyisa ennyo kyenyinza okwogerako ye President Yoweri Museveni olunaku olwajjo okubanga yabadde wano obudde ne buziba, kumpi avuddewo ku makya era batugambye avuddewo saa 11 wattu ate ku ssaawa 5 abadde akomyewo ng'ali wano. Ekyo nno kyewuunyisa omuntu okubanga alina obuvunaanyizibwa bwe butyo ate nga muntu mukulu okutwaliza wamu. Naye ng'abamu ku abo abalondeddwa bwe twogera Kampala wano, Kampala twogera ku Salimu Uhuru alondeddwa nga Vice Chairperson owa Nrm. Bwe tuba twogera ku Buganda Region, Honorable Aruna Kasolo yalondeddwa ku kifo ekyo okutwaliza wamu. Bwe twogera ku kyabakadde, ekyo kyo twogera ku Muzeeyi Honorable Tom Butime, ate bwe twogera ku abo abaliko obulemu, Shafik Mwanje yagenze maaso n'okubanga alondebwa, n'abalala bangi abagenze maaso n'okubanga balondebwa olunaku olwaleero. Naye nga National Delegates Conference ya Nrm ekomekerezeddwa olunaku olwaleero wano e Kololo, era nga abantu bwe bali wano bangi tujja kubanga tukutuusaako mwattu abamu batubuulire kiki kye bawulira oluvannyuma lw'okukomekereza National Delegates Conference eno. Naye nga n'omukulembeze w'eggwanga ayogedde ku kigambo ky'omugagga, ayogedde ku kigambo ky'enkulaakulana. Ebintu bino bya mirundi ebiri, nti bw'oyogera ekigambo ky'enkulaakulana ekyo kya nsi yonna okutwaliza wamu. enguudo zikoleddwa, amazzi amayonjo mugalina, amalwaliro wegali, amasomero wegali, eyo nkulaakulana eyawamu okutwaliza wamu. Ne bwe twogera ku kigambo ky'obugagga nga pulezidenti bw'agambye, ekyo kiri mu nsawo yo, ekyo kiba mu nsawo yo. Tulina okwerwanako okusobola okulaba nga mu nsawo zaffe tuteekamu ekigulira magala eddiba. So abantu baffe abali abatulaba, eyo ye National Delegates Conference nga bwetambudde okutwaliza wamu. Ebintu bingi ebibadde wano era pulezidenti abyogeddeko, agambye nti ayagala ekibiina kireme kubeera polluted, nti kubanga waliwo abamu abakozesa obubi oba abakola obubi ekibiina, abakozesa enguzi, abapribinga ebintu bya ssente ebyo. Agambye nti ebyo tayagala kubanga abiraba mu kibiina. Ekimu kye tuyinza okwogerako mpozi kyekifo ky'abavubuka. Ekifo ky'abavubuka kino mwattu kiri contested. Bwe twogera bwe tutyo nti abavubuka tebaamatidde. Abavubuka tebamatidde era bagamba nti nti era tumaliriza wano nga olukiiko lwonna lusazeewo oba conference yonna ng'esazeewo nti kigende mu kakiiko kibeere nga kibuulirizibwako oba kinoonyezebwako okutwaliza wamu. N'ensonga y'aba entrepreneurs abo nabo batugambye nti bajja funa obudde bagende mu maaso n'okubanga balonda akalulu ako. So mwattu bingi ebibadde wano okutwaliza wamu. Ate era nga bw'omanyi nti emikwano gikolebwa, wano tulabyewo ebibiina ebikiikiriddwa okuva mu nsi ez'enjawulo. Tulabye South Africa ekiikiriddwa, tulabye South Sudan ekiikiriddwa, Kenya ekiikiriddwa, Tanzania ekiikiriddwa, n'ensi endala nnyingi ezikiikiriddwa olunaku olwaleero. Ate olunaku olwajjo twalabye aba UPC, twalabye aba DP, twabalabye nga we bali wano, n'abajeema nabo twabalabye. Naye negatiddwako mukulu Majjambere wali wano. Tugenda kubanga tuwaya mu nsabo osembereko wano ssebo. Nsanyusa okulaba.
Mutandise nnyo okubalaba abalabi ba UPC. Amanya nga bulijjo Majjambere ka muntu Ivan Semakola.
Oyogera ki ku Delegates Conference yaffe eno olunaku olwaleero?
Ffe twebaza kuba twabadde n'akalulu ak'emirembe. Ababbi bonna twabagobye era twawanguzizza Honorable Kasolo. Uganda eri bulungi. Tubadde tulina enkayana z'amataka era agenda kubikolako. Era mbasuubiza nti byonna ebyammwe biwedde. Tugenda kutereeza butereeza Buganda. Tugenda kuyoola obululu mu Buganda. Twagala tetwagala tulina okuwanguza abantu mu Buganda. Ku lwa Katonda n'ensi yange neebaza Pulezidenti Museveni. Neetumira ku Jeno Nalweyiso maama wange omulungi ennyo. Maama w'abamaama bonna mu ggwanga Uganda. Twebale okunfuula kyendi kino. Mukama abakuumire.
Kale tweyanziza muzeeyi. Ate gw'ogamba otya muzeeyi, National Delegates Conference eno gyogerako ki? Ewedde olunaku olwaleero oba ekomekerezeddwa olunaku olwaleero? Biki by'oyinza okwogerako ku kya National Delegates Conference eno etandika?
Which language should I use?
You can use English if at all you want to use English.
Yes. Abantu bewaffe ebweyogerere ekito Kirinnya Bukasa n'ebitundu ebigwa mu division y'ebweyogerere njagala kubakakasa nti kuva tutandika conference eno ono Monday. Conference ebadde nnungi, ebadde successful era tulabye movement tekyalina amaanyi, waliwo kitutiisatiisa. Njagala mwena mbakowoole nti n'abali mu opposition muveeyo kubanga pulezidenti waffe akyavuga, akyatwala eggwanga lino mu maaso bulungi.
So buli kimu olabye nga kitambudde bulungi?
Buli kimu kyatambudde bulungi kubanga tubadde abantu bangi nnyo over 1,500. Naye amazima gali nti twabadde bulungi era mulimu gwonna twakukoze bulungi era fulaga w'obwere waffe tumutadde mu ntebe kati amannya Mukiga Pastor George Wire.
Neyanziza atulaba bulungi weewaawo tukyagenda maaso n'okubanga tukutuusaako abamu ku abo betulina bo wano abasobodde okubanga beetaba mu National Delegates Conference eno. Ssaabasanyusa okulaba amanya gaffe ne National Delegates Conference ekomekerezeddwa olunaku olwaleero. Biki by'oyinza okugyogerako bukyetandika paka weetuukidde wano ku nkomerero?
Bamutatuuse Prosper, chairman w'Nrm Embalala. Nsanyuse nnyo okusinkana wano ba members bonna leaders ba Nrm wano mu Delegates Conference. Ate ne batuwulira ebiri omufo byabo. Nga Nrm erina amaanyi nange kinzaamu amaanyi nnyo.
So buli kimu kikutambulidde bulungi?
Tambudde bulungi nnyo. Tulonze n'abakulembeze baffe abasek kyekirungi nnyo.
Kale tweyanziza mukane wange. Weewaawo atulaba omulungi abo be bamu kwabo abali wano, abantu bakyali bangi wano betugenda okubanga tuwayamu nabo tulabe nabo ki kye boogera ku National Delegates Conference eno ekomekerezeddwa olunaku olwaleero. Bwe tugyogerako mwattu balonze obukulembeze obw'oku ntikko, era tuyinza okugamba nti obukulembeze buno obw'oku ntikko obulondeddwa bano be balowooleza. Oyinza okugamba nti ye think tank erowooleza ekibiina okusobola okulaba nga kitambula policies ebyo byonna okutwaliza wamu. So y'ensonga lwaki National Delegates Conference eno nkulu nnyo okutwaliza wamu. Nsanyusa okulaba mukama wange.
Kale ssebo.
Oli bulungi?
Tuli bulungi, tusanyuse nnyo.
Amanya gaffe gwani?
Nze Wasike Stephen Mugeni, Honorable. Nali MP.
Kituufu ali MP. National Delegates Conference eno oyinza gyogerako ki ekomekerezeddwa olunaku olwaleero?
Ebadde organized bulungi nnyo, ebadde nnungi nnyo, eraze ekifaananyi nga bwe kisaanidde okubeera, era tuli basanyufu nnyo the level of organization n'obuwagizi.
Lwaki oyogera bw'otyo nga tulaba abavubuka boosi basanyufu okutwaliza wamu?
Abantu basanyufu?
Abavubuka
abamu bano abaluuzinze mu by'okulonda abo tebasobola kusanyuka, naye nga bw'olabye abo abawangudde basanyufu, era nga omukulembeze waffe bw'atugambye tewasobola kubulawo buzibu, naye okubumalawo n'engeri y'okubulongoosa kyekikulu.
So okutwaliza wamu yatambudde bulungi, tewali gwemulugunya kwonna?
Yatambudde bulungi nnyo, ffe tuli basanyufu, era ekyo kyekifaananyi ekiri eri wabweru.
Gwe towuliddemu ensonga ya ssente, kubanga waliwo aboogedde ku ssente nti ssente zaabadde nnyingi nnyo mu National Delegates Conference?
Wabaddewo facilitation, ekyo twakitegeddeko.
N'ongamba ba members ogulirira?
Ekyo si kituufu. Kyabadde nti bwe baba bakuyise mu meeting, si gwe yeetambuza okugenda mu meeting, wabula baba nga obudde busiya bakuyise mu meeting, omuntu alina okuwa amafuta agakuzaayo. So ekyo tekuba kugulirira, eba facilitation for the meetings.
Kweyanziza ssebo. Weewaawo atulaba omulungi, ngenda kuddayo ewa Lukomwa naye akwongereyo ate abeere ng'ayongera okuyisaamuko ebintu nga bwe bitambula. Lukomwa, abantu bawulidde abantu bagamba nti ebintu bitambudde bulungi era nti ab'emulugunya lwakuba bawanguddwa.
Gwe ng'owamawulire akavalinza omukolo guno mundabayo bitambudde bitya?
Bitambudde bulungi, naye era eva awali ekirungi tewabulawo kibi, okwemulugunya kubeerawo okutwaliza wamu.
Gwe kikyo wandigambye nti batereezeemu wano 231?
Nze okulonda bwe nnyinza okwogerako nti okulonda kuno okwa regions ate nga kwa kusimba line. Mu kulaba okwange nagambye nti singa baataddewo boxes ne bagamba nti region eno nga bwe bajja okulonda oli asuula mu busuzi n'agenda n'alonda bonna lumu, nalabye nga kuba kyatuta obudde bungi. Basoose mu regions, ate regions abamu ne beemulugunya ne badda mu district ne batandika kulondera mu districts. So nalabye nga awo wabaddewo delay y'amaanyi ate ng'abantu bangi. Uganda yonna olaba nga akonze kenyinza okulaba naye mpulira bingi byempulira abantu bye boogera nti okwemulugunya nawulidde ku ssente nti ssente zaabaddemu. Ate nga ssente mu kalulu osanga tezandibadde nnungi. Kuba omuntu ayinza okugamba nti bwe mbanguze buguze ekifo
bwe mba ŋŋenze gye ŋŋenze nga mumpadde obukulembeze mba ŋŋenda kulwana kusobola kulaba nga nzijayo sente zange ze nateekamu naye twawulidde biliyoni ne biliyoni zize sente era neewunyiza abe Nrm bajjawa sente ezo.
Thank you so much. That is my colleague Chisubi Jackson. He mainly works with our Star TV channel and he hosts political programs. All the people that you saw here fighting for different positions, he has hosted and for so many years. So this is his area and he has the experience and he's an authority. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma. I will not take you to so long. Maybe to just a reminder of who and what. Yesterday we had an election of vice chairpersons. Haruna Kasolo is the vice chairperson for NRM in charge of Buganda. Calvin Echodu is the vice chairperson of the NRM Eastern Region. Northern Region is David Hamson Obua. Western Region is Jonad Asimwe. Then Karamoja, and Kampala is Salim Uhuru. So those are the people that won the different positions, and today they have been confirmed and they are now taking on office. We thank you so much for watching, right from Monday up to now. And of course, we are already also preparing and ready to give you the whole electoral processes as they will come in for 2026. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma. With the whole team here, we thank you so much for watching and we hand you back to Broadcast House, that is at Nile Avenue in Kampala. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.